So we just had a lovely chat and a lovely demonstration of the void because while we were all chatting together, my computer just shut off. I don't know what happened. And in any case, we're back and we were talking about various different things, but I wanted to kind of bring in this sense that like the places we have the most difficulty embracing the void are the places that look like a transition between one form to the next. When one form is coming out and another one hasn't yet come in, it's those places because we tend to ground ourselves in what we can touch and see and like the way things are or who I am or how it is or how it has been. And so part of embracing the void is that willingness to go, I'm gonna allow, I'm gonna allow what is passing through, what is dying, what is completing. I'm gonna not yet know what is birthing or where I'm headed, like that, those places. Yeah. So we're going to move into kind of on the quick side today. We're going to move into the space of working with this energy, working with kind of cleaning and clearing through. We talked about this whole series because we're working with Sublimated Mind that we're going to do some work with each time doing some clearing through the EFT process. And so for those of you who've been with for a while, you know the spots. For those of you who haven't, you can just follow along. And I'm going to speak, and then you'll speak what I spoke after me. Michelle will say it with you. So we're really intending here to just clean the parts of us that are not liking it, that are not liking the I don't know part, that are not liking the it's not formed part. So we're going to tap on the side of hand together. You can tap this way or this way. Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void.
Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void,
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void.
Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void,
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void.
Even though it's sometimes hard for me to embrace the void,
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
I completely and totally love and accept myself.
Eyebrow point. I have to know what's happening.
I have to know what's happening.
My safety depends on it.
My safety depends on it.
If I don't know,
it
won't be okay.
It won't be okay.
Outer eye, I'll be lost.
I'll be lost.
I won't know my way.
I won't know my way.
I'll miss something.
I'll miss something.
Something bad will happen.
Something bad will happen.
Under eye, if I enter into the void, I'll be ashamed.
If I enter into the void, I'll be ashamed.
Or blamed.
Or blamed.
So much fear.
So much fear.
So much anxiety.
So much anxiety.
Under nose, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening.
And if I don't know what's happening,
I
can't be safe.
I can't be safe.
Under lip, what if nothing comes?
What if nothing comes?
What if it's just nothingness?
What if it's just nothingness?
What if I get lost?
What if I get lost?
What if I lose my way?
What if I lose my way?
Under collarbone, what if I'm led astray?
What if I'm led astray?
All this fear.
All this fear
leads to all these thoughts.
Leads to all these thoughts.
Have to know.
Have to know.
Have to figure it.
Have to figure
Have
it.
to process it.
Have to process it.
Have to know ahead.
Have to know ahead.
Underarm. It isn't safe.
It isn't safe.
To let my mind go into the void.
To let my mind go into the void.
To go to the space between.
To go to the space between.
I'm so afraid of that.
I'm so afraid of that.
Taking a deep breath, top of head. All the parts that are afraid of the void.
All the parts that are afraid of the void.
I'm starting to release this.
I'm starting to release this.
All the parts that are afraid of the void.
All the parts that are afraid of the void.
Starting to release this.
Starting to release this.
Eyebrow point. Maybe I can take a deep breath.
Maybe I can take a deep breath
and just pause for a moment.
and just pause for a moment
All right, and connect.
and connect.
And remember,
Remember,
taking a nice deep breath
taking a nice deep breath.
under I. I'm held in the divine embrace.
I am held in the divine embrace,
Even when I can't see it.
even when I can't see it,
Even when I don't know what's next.
even when I don't know what's next.
Under nose, even if it looks scary for a minute.
Even if it looks scary for a minute.
Even if it looks like things aren't going to work out.
Even if it looks like things aren't going to work out.
Even when they're not going my way.
Even when they're not going my way.
Oh, I hate that. It's so hard for things to not go my way.
Oh, I hate that. It's so hard for things to not go my way.
Under lip. I like to know how it's going to go.
I like to know how it's going to go.
But I recognize
But I recognize
that I can't know everything.
that I can't know everything.
And there's a higher power.
And there's a higher power.
A sacred weave under collarbone point.
A sacred weave.
Holding me up.
Holding me up.
Holding it all up.
Holding it all up.
In such an intricate way.
In such an intricate way.
That I can't even possibly hold it all in my mind.
That I can't even possibly hold it all in my mind.
Underarm. So maybe I can start to let go.
So maybe I can start to let go.
And just let grace show me what I need to know.
And just let grace show me what I need to know.
When I need to know it.
When I need to.
Letting go of all the figuring.
Letting go of all the figuring.
Top of head, letting go of all the mental processing.
Letting go of all the mental processing.
Opening into the divine embrace.
Opening into the divine embrace.
Placing my mind in the divine embrace.
Placing my mind in the divine embrace.
And letting your arms rest. Letting your eyes close. Dropping into sacred space, meditation space together now. Feeling all that energy moving. Affirming with your breath. It's safe to transform. It's safe to allow. And we're going to turn our awareness to the breath together. All of your presence, all of your awareness, focusing on the breath. And taking a moment, understanding that we can breathe in not just what we might call air, but we can breathe in the ether. We can breathe in the divine breath of life, the prana, the sacred. And with intention, pause for just a moment. Wait till you feel the inspiration come to you and receive it. Open deeply to receive the grace, to receive the divine breath of life. Let it minister to you and then release, letting it go back into the formless. Drawing in the divine breath of life with the breath you take. Feeling it minister. And then gently releasing when you're complete, offering. And we're going to keep with this breathing, the intentional bringing in of the divine breath of life. And the releasing what is complete. But we're going to bring our nostrils, like we can literally move them. And we're going to put them right on the top of our head, right at the crown. And we're going to draw the divine breath of life into the crown, bringing new vital life force energy in. And there might be a little heaviness as you breathe out as the crown starts to open. And then let that metaphoric nostril drop deeper into the very top of your brain. And draw the divine breath of life right into the very top of your brain, the center top of your brain. And you'll feel it like this energy starts to move through the brain, and you breathe out, you let the brain breathe out, releasing the thoughts, drawing the divine breath of life into the very top of the brain, letting it wash through, and breathing out. And bringing your awareness to the base of the skull, where the brain stem is, and some other really central pieces of our central nervous system. And you draw the divine breath of life in there, into the hindbrain, into the pons, into the reticular activating system. You don't have to know what these are. I'm just naming it into the field. Breathing out, releasing from brainstem. And you might feel it get warm there at the base of your skull, in the center of your head, in the middle of your. You might feel a flushing going through the whole brain. And now imagining that those little nostrils can move up a little bit and to the left or right, whichever side you want to bring it to the kind of like occipital region. And bring the divine breath of life in there. Drawing it in, feeling the medicine. It almost like feels like it tickles your brain in a certain way. And you breathe out, and it's very delicious. You just receive that goodness in. You let that little brain tickle happen, and then bring it to the other side of the occipital region and draw a beautiful divine breath of life in there. Tickling it alive, breathing out what is not needed. Coming to the area above your ears on one side, the temporal lobe in the brain, and letting the brain draw in the divine breath of life there. Waking it up, waking up the sacred mind. And then to the other side above the ear, drawing the divine breath of life in. And out. Coming to the one side of your head above that, closer to the midline, sort of above one of your eyes, and drawing the divine breath of life in there. Your brain actually pulling prana, vital life force in and breathing out, letting go. Coming to the other side of the head, same thing over the eye, into that frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex, drawing the divine breath of life in, releasing. Imagining that there's a line, there actually is, it's called the corpus callosum, that runs down the middle of your brain, kind of separating the right and the left hemispheres. And it goes through the whole brain. And you breathe the divine breath of life into that midline of the brain, into the corpus callosum. And you breathe out. And then you imagine, feel, sense that your whole brain has nostrils everywhere. And from every direction, you draw the divine breath of life. Letting the brain be illuminated. And then breathing out from every direction. And you let this keep happening for a few breath cycles. You'll feel it like the brain is more alive, but it's also more blank. And you might feel that it activates a whole field around your body. You might sense as you're breathing this way, you can feel the backside of you more, the space around you more. Bringing grace directly into the brain. I'm going to invite you to listen on your own today to our song from this series, The Live Without Fear by Ananda Frequencies. I'll put a little link in the chat before we end. And just continue this breathing as long as it feels aligned. We're gonna shift into the space for our announcements, and Michelle will do those for us.
We are so grateful that you've chosen to spend a bit of your precious life to be in sacred presence with us in this life. If you'd like more information, transformational support, links to our YouTube video collections, to have Soulfield events populate on your calendar, or share Soulfield with like-minded beings, you can go to soulfield.org. Without your donation and tithing generosity, Soulfield would simply not be possible. Deep bows to those of you who continue to make Soulfield a regular part of your spiritual gift-giving. We're thrilled to have many of you joining us in the Eternal Now with a recording. Please remember to like and comment on our videos and follow our YouTube channel. Thank you in advance for helping others find this. There's some changes in our normal calendar due to...
Actually, that's old, sorry.
A little laughter.
Yeah. In the void. So we have our next Soulfield meditation will be Wednesday, the 3rd of June at 5:10 p.m. And our next Soulfield experience will be Sunday, June 14th at 11 a.m. And we'll look forward to seeing you all there. Such a blessing to be with you all today. And I want to encourage you to come back to this meditation, to come back to the tapping, to come back to the breathing. And I promised you a little link and I didn't get it over there. So I will put it in our Soulfield chat. So you have the link to that song. This is really, this song, Live Without Fear. It's like, this is what happens when we purify the mind. When we go into the place where the mind has been purified, is that we actually don't move from fear anymore because we're connected. And it's not that fear doesn't come up. It's just that we don't move from fear. We move from the place of our connection. And so with that, we will speak into existence our closing prayer. We will formally close our circle. Thank you for hanging with us through the technical difficulties today. We are deeply grateful to have experienced miraculous communion with our holy wholeness in the Soulfield. We wholeheartedly receive the upliftment of one another's communion and blessed soul light. As we close this formal gathering, we each in our own way will continue dwelling in the soul field and supporting our collective evolution. With deep gratitude, we thank one another and all our angels, guides, and guardians. Remembering as we minister to ourselves, we uplift one another. We encourage the magic we've co-created to ripple out to all our relations for the benefit of all beings. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. I'm going to stop.